Sam Landry's story begins in the heart of Louisiana, where the culture of community, resilience, and determination has long been a defining trait of its people. Growing up surrounded by family and a tight-knit support system, she learned early that success is never achieved alone but rather built on the foundation of love, encouragement, and sacrifice. For Sam, her family was her anchor. They nurtured her spirit and gave her the confidence to pursue the sport she would later come to dominate: softball. It wasn't just about playing the game, it was about carrying a legacy of effort, work ethic, and a deep pride in representing her roots. From the earliest moments when she picked up a ball, there was something about her presence, her composure, and her determination that set her apart from other young athletes. As a child, Sam was naturally athletic, but what stood out was not just her physical ability. It was her mental toughness, even in the earliest stages of her development. She had an innate competitiveness that could not be taught. Whether she was pitching in a backyard game with family or competing in youth leagues, her intensity was always there. And while she carried that competitive fire, she balanced it with humility. Those who knew her recall her as a young athlete who never backed down from a challenge, but also never forgot the importance of treating others with respect. These qualities would shape her into the type of leader and teammate who could elevate those around her. In Louisiana, softball holds a special place, and Sam quickly became one of the brightest prospects in the state. Coaches, scouts, and families from rival teams began to notice her dominance on the mound. Her pitching had a unique blend of power, precision, and poise. She didn't just throw, she controlled the game, dictating tempo and forcing opponents into mistakes. She had a natural ability to command the mound, a presence that made hitters uncomfortable. It was clear that she wasn't just another talented player, she was a force in the making. And with every passing year, her performances grew more refined, her reputation more respected. By the time she reached high school, Sam was no longer just a local star. She was a name that traveled across the state and beyond. Every time she stepped on the mound, fans, teammates, and opponents alike knew they were witnessing something special. She had already begun to build the foundation of her legacy. Championships, accolades, and recognition came her way, but what stood out even more than the awards was her consistency. She wasn't a player who excelled only in big moments. She was someone who brought the same fire and focus to every game, whether it was a district matchup or a playoff showdown. Her high school years were marked not only by athletic excellence but also by personal growth. Sam became the type of player younger girls in the community looked up to. She inspired them not simply because she could dominate games but because she carried herself with grace. She showed them that greatness was not just about results but about work ethic, preparation, and mindset. Her influence extended beyond the field, and her role as a role model became as important as her role as an athlete. When the time came for her to move to the next level, Sam made a decision that would not only shape her future but also leave a lasting impact on the program she joined. College softball is not just another step up, it is a world of heightened competition, relentless training, and immense pressure. Many great athletes falter when they make the transition, but Sam did not. She embraced it. She stepped into a world where every pitch mattered, where every mistake could cost a game, and where the demand for excellence was constant. And in that environment, she thrived. What made Sam Landry unique was not just her physical tools as a pitcher, but her mindset. Pitching is as much mental as it is physical. A pitcher must carry the weight of the game on her shoulders, knowing that every batter is a battle and every pitch a potential turning point. Sam had the ability to remain calm in the most high-pressure situations. She could tune out the noise, focus on her target, and execute with precision. She wasn't rattled by adversity. Instead, she grew stronger when the stakes were highest. That resilience became her trademark. As her college career unfolded, Sam's reputation spread nationally. She wasn't just a Louisiana product anymore. She was a name recognized across the entire landscape of college softball. She battled some of the best hitters in the country and held her own, often dominating with the same commanding presence she had shown since her early days. Each performance added to her growing legacy, but what made her truly remarkable was the way she carried herself through it all. She never lost sight of her roots, her family, or the lessons that had been instilled in her from the beginning. Beyond the mound, Sam became a unifying presence in the locker room. She was someone teammates could trust, someone who encouraged them, and someone who understood that leadership is not about volume but about consistency. She showed up every day with the same focus, the same energy, and the same desire to win. That type of dependability is invaluable in sports, and it helped set the tone for the teams she was part of. Her story is also one of sacrifice. Behind every great athlete lies countless hours of unseen work, early mornings, grueling workouts, days when motivation is low but discipline must carry the load. Sam embodied that reality. She worked tirelessly on her craft, refining her pitches, studying hitters, and striving for improvement. That relentless pursuit of growth defined her career. And even in moments of success, she never became complacent. She understood that greatness is not a destination but a continuous journey. Sam's journey is not just about personal glory. It is also about the broader impact she has had on the sport of softball. She represents the new generation of players who are elevating the game, making it faster, stronger, and more competitive than ever. She is part of a movement that inspires young girls across the country to pick up a glove, step into the circle, and chase their own dreams. Her influence stretches far beyond the box score. It lives in the dreams she has helped ignite in others. Looking at her career, one cannot help but be struck by the arc of her journey. From a young girl in Louisiana with a dream to a nationally recognized pitcher whose legacy continues to grow. Her story is one of perseverance, family support, competitive fire, and unwavering belief. It reminds us that greatness is not simply about talent, but about the mindset and values that fuel it. Sam Landry embodies that truth. She is not just a pitcher, she is a leader, an inspiration, and a symbol of what is possible when talent meets dedication. In many ways, Sam's story is still being written. Her legacy continues to evolve with every pitch she throws and every season she plays. And yet, even at this stage, her impact is undeniable. She has carved out a place in the history of the sport, and her journey will continue to inspire long after her playing days are over. As we reflect on Sam Landry's career, what stands out is not just the statistics or the accolades but the way she has carried herself. She has proven that true greatness is as much about character as it is about performance. Her story is a reminder that the values of hard work, humility, resilience, and leadership will always define the most memorable athletes. And for Sam Landry, those values are the essence of who she is, an athlete, a role model, and a legend in the making. And so, when we talk about Sam Landry, we are not simply discussing a softball pitcher. We are telling the story of a young woman who turned dreams into reality, who carried the pride of her family and her community with her every step of the way, and who showed the world that greatness can come from anywhere if you are willing to put in the work. Her legacy is not only about the game she has won but also about the lives she has touched, the inspiration she has provided, and the standard she has set for future generations. Her journey reminds us that in sports, as in life, true greatness comes not from never falling but from rising every time you do. Sam Landry has risen, time and time again, and in doing so, she has given us all a story worth remembering, a story of grit, grace, and unshakable belief. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the legacy of Sam Landry. If her story inspired you, if her perseverance and competitive spirit reminded you of the beauty of sports and the power of resilience, then don't keep it to yourself. Like this video to show your support, share it with others who love the game, and subscribe so you never miss another story of greatness, perseverance, and inspiration.